Good morning / afternoon / evening, everybody. I am SouthPawRacer. Welcome to Daytona International Speedway, home of the Daytona 500 and the 24 Hours of Daytona, which is this weekend. If you're watching this when the videos just come out, if you're not, then I'm sorry for the trip into the past. Daytona's road course is one of my favorites, actually, when it comes to oval and road courses. Driving it on sims is deceptively challenging. Always throws up a bit of excitement, and although this year's iRacing Daytona 24 didn't quite go my way or my team's way, I still enjoy the track. I think it's fantastic. Of course, that means that it makes prime How to Ruin a Racetrack material, so in honor of the real-life Daytona 24 this weekend, I figured it's time to give it the treatment, so let's get started. All shall suffer. So, turn one. Turn one. What to do? I already have something semi-figured out for this. It's going to take a little bit of planning, though. A little bit of working backward, I think. Long and short of what I am going to do is just take the entire first turn and just move it. The aim of what we're doing here is we're going to tighten the first turn by way of completely demolishing it and moving it over here. Go away inside of pit wall. We don't need you. Make you softer so that we can do this. Take a bit of straight from over here. Right, so then that's linked back up to there. Hooray. And to clean up the new turn one, what do we do? Take this, put it over here, and move it around a little bit. Try and tighten this turn up as much as we can. Alrighty, there we go. And that looks like another shambles, so let's erase this up. Let's get this looking scrumdiddly-umptious. And there we go. Alright. That done there. Get that done. Oops. Excellent. New turn one at Daytona. Super heavy braking zone. Now Ricky Taylor can get the job done properly. An added benefit of this is that we don't have to deal with this annoying pit exit anymore. Time for our friend Ye Olde Clone Stamp. Terrible image editing and anarchy comes together once again in a beautiful nuclear explosion. For my next trick, I'm going to switch this thing up. This little right-left flick. Just get a copy of that down there. While I'm doing this, I guess I'll chat about something as I usually do. I've seen a few of you guys in my comments section suggest me ruining an oval at some point or another. And this is sort of like what I talked about in the last episode about how to fix a racetrack requests. It's an interesting idea for sure, and you know, I do read ideas and consider them, but I don't know, man. Like how to fix a racetrack, I just don't know how I'd make it entertaining. And I don't know. I don't know how I would even go about starting something like that in the first place. Because what have you got on an oval? What have you got? You've got... let's have a look. You've got, you know, 2 turns, 3 turns, you know, depending on how you count the turns. I know that Americans count the turn in as 1 turn, and then the corner exit as another turn. But a lot of what I see as oval racetracks being ruined or made better is changing the degrees of the banking or something like that. And I honestly am at a loss as to how I would even show something like that in the format that I've got. Like, I could just say, oh, this is the Daytona Oval. Imagine that instead of, you know, whatever banking it is now, imagine it's at, like, I don't know, 2-degree banking all the way. And, you know, then watch people cry. But the problem is, you just don't see that. You can't see it. With this format, you can see the changes. You actually have a bit of a reference point as to what it might look like. And I suppose that's all well and good if you're an oval racing fan and you know what that means, but I don't know. Just doesn't seem like it'd work for me. So for my next trick, I have completely removed that original hairpin. Well, it wasn't the original hairpin. The original hairpin was somewhere around here. So yeah, but I've removed this one so that competitors now have no choice but to take the presumably very annoying triple apex motorcycle hairpin. Just on that subject for a second, isn't it curious how the motorcycle course at Daytona isn't actually used as a motorcycle course anymore? The bike race that Daytona has, the Daytona 200, it seems to have moved to the normal road course, the one that sports cars use. So I mean, I'm curious as to why that decision was made, because as far as I'm aware, a lot of the time, motorcycles don't like banking on racetracks. That's why the Indianapolis motorcycle course never used part of the banking. Well, I mean, hold up. If that was the case, then why did they keep the rest of the banking at Daytona? I'm sorry if I'm sounding stupid here. I'm a bit of a foreigner to motorcycle racing, so I don't claim to know anything at all about it. So if somebody familiar with motorcycle racing at Daytona could shed some light onto this situation for me, I would really appreciate it. While I'm doing that, I am in the process of getting rid of the original turn onto the oval. Right, so we do that. While we're at it, let's delete the horseshoe. Oh, great and powerful horseshoe, how we worship thee. But thy time has come. I forgot to mention, I'm recording this on the 25th of January, 2018, but I scheduled this to come out on the 27th, the Saturday. Because, you know, the Daytona 24 is coming up, and we haven't got much time to make these changes, you know? Another reason I want to try and get this done this weekend is because it's a bit of a special day tomorrow, Friday, that is. Or yesterday, if you're watching this on Saturday. Just fucking the 26th of January. Let's just settle for that. Not only is it a national holiday, it's my birthday! Woo! Excellent! Streamers and party poppers and hoorays everywhere. I'm turning the ripe old age of 24. And at this point, I'm not entirely sure how my birthday is gonna go. Because, you know, having your birthday on a national holiday, it has its perks, but there's the obvious disadvantage of nobody else having time to celebrate with you because they're off doing their own things. In the case of Australia Day, it's getting completely smashed down at the waterfront. It's been suggested by others that I simply hijack someone else's party and make it my own. Who knows? I might just do that. Actually, no, hold up, I just remembered. Fuck. I'm, going to a friend's place. She's gonna have a kiddie pool. So, that's a thing. How did SouthPawRacer's birthday go? We'll find out. Speaking of plans for the future, The date has come up far quicker than I expected. My Bathurst 12-hour adventure begins next Wednesday, the 31st of January. I'll be getting on a plane and flying over to New South Wales. And yes, I plan to document that little trip. It's not going to be much. It's just going to be me just vlogging with my phone, basically. But I hope you guys will enjoy my perspective of the event. It's become a bit of a favorite of mine going over there. As I said in the Road Atlanta video, which if you haven't watched, you should. It's a fantastic event. I love it. Someone also asked me on Twitter if if they could have my autograph at the 12-hour. We'll see. We'll see. I've never been asked anything like that before. This is all very new to me, so I don't know. If I'm about, we can get in touch. If any of you are going to the 12-hour, I guess we can meet up if you want. We'll see what happens. Now, looking on the back stretch here, I noticed something very curious. This right here is the bus stop, the famous chicane on the backstretch of Daytona. But what I didn't notice until I first looked at this satellite image is that there's basically a carbon copy of the bus stop put into the tarmac here on the backstretch. In fact, I looked back at the previous Google Earth satellite imagery from like 2010, and this was here, just put in nice and fresh on the back stretch. So they effectively cloned the bus stop. But why? Why though? Why is this here? Why did they need a second bus stop? Were they using it as a template for this one? Was it a proposed moving of the chicane further back? I honestly don't know, and if anyone does know, can they please say in the comments, because it's kind of freaking me out seeing two bus stops. Just like, look, it's a fucking carbon copy. Either way, it opens up a couple of new possibilities for us. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to wholesale copy the bus stop original, shift it on over here. Let's bring the opacity of this way down so that we can actually line this up. See, look. Oh my god, it lines up perfectly. Yeah, I mean, this would have to have either been a practice run at resurfacing the bus stop, or them thinking, oh, we'll move the chicane back for a race, but it was sort of cancelled halfway through. I honestly don't know. Please tell me. And to make the transition between the two just a tiny bit more seamless, we shall do this. Get yourself over here and flipped. Opacity down, and you're right. Okay, so this is going to require a little bit of trimming. One pixel. I don't know why it's automatically set to go to 2 pixels movement at the drop of a hat. It's not what I want. We are awesome. All right. Well, awesome in the sense that it's complete. I'm unsure if anyone would see this as actually awesome. I guess the idea behind this one is the cars come out of this turn here, and then initially, you know, you'd think, oh, it's going to be followed up with another overtaking opportunity, you know, a long straight and then a long braking zone. But no, this is a... God, how many chicanes is that? 2 or 3? I'm not sure. Either way, this is extremely awkward to negotiate, and means that traffic is going to get even more spaced out, so people won't be able to attempt to pass. Imagine those DPIs and global LMP2s chasing GTs through here. God, they'd have to spend so much time off the throttle. Now, we face a dilemma here. Do we allow them to continue onto the oval, or do we create some more infield twisties? Well, I don't know. I think the oval, it builds up some nice speed for those big dive bomb moves into the overly tight first turn, but oh God, those walls, that close at nearly 300 kilometers an hour? I mean, who would want to race something like that? I'm at a loss here. Whatever will I do? Oh, is that a knock I hear at the door? Who could it be? Circuit of the Americas Turn One? What on earth are you doing here? Oh, what are you suggesting? Are you sure? Oh, I really don't know if this is proper. Oh, but how? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Right. Oh, well, gee, aren't you kind? Wow, what a guy. Everyone give it up for Kota Turn One. He came to us in our time of need, and here we are. Thank you, Kota. Thank you for everything. Oh, the end of your gravel trap sticks onto the apron of the oval slightly and makes it super dangerous for the NASCAR drivers, but we don't care. You're such a nice guy. And you know what, Kota Turn One? You know how I'm going to say thank you? I'm going to turn you into the worst kind of chicane. You know the one, the kind that just keeps getting narrower as it goes on. No, I insist. Only the best for a friend that comes to us in our time of need. Thanks, Kota. Everyone say thanks, Kota. Now only a few turns needed. Alright, we're going to erase that edge. The opacity... basically seamless. Professional! And I suppose it wouldn't be how to ruin a racetrack without wholesale copying a set of turns. Again, the implication, of course, being that I already did that in this episode. And for the finishing touches, erase this. No grass, no curb, just straight up safer barrier. Erase that because I want to be nice to Sunoko there. Sunoko, I don't know how to pronounce that. And we'll just leave a little bit of grass there at the exit just to piss off anyone who decides to get on the throttle a bit too hard. Get on the throttle. Uh-oh, I'm running wide. Flick! Oh no, my entire lap is ruined right at the very end. And I think that is it. Done. And... woo! It's a little bit hard to tell exactly what I've done here. I think I'm just going to cut to the track map and be done with it. Well, that's another installment done and dusted, and what we have here is a circuit that is way longer than it needs to be, with way more turns than it needs. Most of the challenging corners are now gone, and the ones that are left are just switchbacks and heavy braking. And to top it off, no oval, so everything that makes the Daytona road course is now no more. Let's hope something like this doesn't happen in real life. Remember, this is just a video. Don't get your knickers in a twist if you are so inclined. That said, if you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to follow me on the social medias and leave a comment suggesting another racetrack for me to ruin. I'm SouthPawRacer, I'm a sim racer, I make videos about that and other stuff, and I will see you at the first corner. Goodbye.